Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is showtime. The excitement is palpable. This is the game. Read something about it, looked at it. It looks fun and entertaining. We'll find out for sure. The reviews are quite positive so far, so I figured we'd give it a go. Hey, Lone Star Wolf, good evening. Welcome to your weekend. New game. We'll start with, how about we start with an empty one? Activate Sovereign Mode. Sovereign Mode disables manual saving. This choice can be changed in the settings. No, my first playthrough. I don't need the hard mode. Here we are. Merchant's satisfaction is at 18. Scholar satisfaction is at 27. 25 for the nobles. 21 for the people. I have funds, and we don't have a cycle. Farmer. Oh, I guess this is how I start. Farmer, tradesman. Well, I myself am quite enchanting. Okay, maybe not. Tradesman. If something bad happens and I become elevated to the sovereign, well, we'll start with the one in front. How about that? Farmer. Oh, hello, Your Grace. Fat Buddy. Welcome to your weekend. Good evening. We're in a bit of a pickle. What's going on? Our crops were vandalized. Our wheat stalks are bowed. Forced into strange circular patterns, we're a bit lost. Can you lend us a hand? Classic children's prank, I know it well. Here's a little royal help. Requires 60 gold. Well, I have lots. Must be of magical origin. I shall send a mystic knight. Let's see, here's a little money to take care of your problem. You sure about this? I hope you're right, but thanks, it'll help. We'll go with the tradesman next. Your Grace, we're facing a terrible shortage. Our bakers are running out of wheat. Use buckwheat instead, it's better anyway. We'll use our personal wheat reserves to support the affected regions. Requires 20... Oh, scholars. So, I would lose, I guess. Scholar satisfaction, I guess I would lose 20. No, we're going to throw money at the problem. That'll give me merchants +2. Well, I guess that'll have to do. You get the Enchantress. Hey, Your Grace, how are you? Nice hat. Our question ends in a small squeak of panic. Because we, at the Magical Academy, we might have, how to put it, released a horrible demon? Blew up another laboratory? You stole another dragon egg? I'm sure we can help. Thank you, Your Grace. I was sure you'd kill us. Well, we don't know what the problem is. Let's not take all of the possibilities off the table. The truth is, we accidentally released one of our poltergeists into the wild. Poltergeists. Have you not seen the movie? But honestly, he's mostly harmless, well, except for the crops. He's got a thing against grain. Don't ask me why. You idiots better find a solution for yourself. That will cost, presumably. Scholars will go down 1. Agricultural curse. I'll send someone to exorcise it. Okay. Milkford Briz. The crops are being targeted by an occult magic. Knight skilled in exorcism must intervene immediately. Wit. Magical ability, I'm assuming. And agility. Promise rewards, 100 money units, a learning unit. I'll send someone to exercise it. Thanks, Your Grace. Nobleman. My sweet highness. Sweet? Excuse me? Please forgive me for my slight delay. You won't believe... Your Grace! Curses need exercising so they stay healthy. We all need exercising. Dragon Knight. We absolutely do not have time for such trivialities. We need to talk now. The situation is serious, Your Grace. What is it? Those weren't just rumors, Your Grace. The Kingslayer is back, and it is not alone. It is heading towards us at this very moment, dragging an army of the dead in its wake. The words trail off as though the Kingslayer's icy hand were already closing about his throat. What should we do, Your Grace? Stay calm and evacuate the occupants of the tower. But, Your Grace, what about you? I said go. This is an order from your sovereign. Very well, Your Grace. Be careful, I beg you. I'm not afraid. Okay, maybe I'm a little afraid, like his eye. His left eye's pretty cool. Ermin the Wise. You pierced the veil of arcana that no hand was meant to find. Only to offer the void heart already withered. Only to offer the void a heart already withered and unkind. I know why you're here, but I shall not give in for the Empire, or the Empire will take us all. If this is where it must all end, so be it. This holy seat grants your shadow no spark of grace. Return to the frigid soil with the rest of your renegade race. He's a rhymer. He does it all the time, Mer. Farewell. May the next soul prove worthy. Okay, so, yeah, okay, I get X'd out early on. 100 years have passed since the fall of Ermin the Wise, at the hands of the impious. Impious? Probably both. Since then, the White Tower of Bruges has become nothing more than a lifeless relic. Having lost its fortress, the Kingdom of Britannia once again finds itself under threat from the Anglo Empire, just as it did in ages past. For centuries, the Empire was already preparing to devour these lands. After fierce battles, fate seemed sealed, and defeat inevitable. Until out of mercy, the gods bestowed the Tower. The Tower granted unparalleled strength to its knights and an inexhaustible wellspring of magic to its sorcerers. But of all these gifts, the most fearsome was that bestowed upon its sovereign. It was the power to foresee the future. 100 years have passed since the people of Britannia have awaited the coming of a new sovereign, the chosen one who would awaken the ancient Tower of Bruges once more. And it seems their prayers are finally about to be answered. People have been praying for me? For far from the royal court, in a humble country, or county, might be a country county, church, a wandering leper woke to the sound of flames and chaos. Oh, I'm a leper? Well, things do fall apart. Screams and the crackle of flames surround you, spreading the sound of death. Through the shattered stained glass, you see an armored figure moving frantically and bearing an emblem that you do not recognize. A cry of terror rises from the outside. Run! The Knights of the Empire are here! I must be one of them, you hear one of the armored figures shout. You hear one of the armored figures shout, their voice trembling. Dense black smoke floods every corner of your dwelling. You rush towards the entrance, but a flaming wall collapses with a roar and seals off the main exit. The ceiling groans, releasing a rain of ash. The entire structure threatens to cave in at any moment. Amidst this blazing chaos, as you desperately search for another way out, your eyes meet those of a panicked cat. Follow the cat and trust its instincts to find another way out. I trust the cat. I'm fucked. For sure, I'm doomed. If I'm trusting a cat. You miraculously escaped unharmed, and the cat seems to be fine. But just as you start to feel better, the fresh air outside, a dull thud of iron-shod boots echoes around the corner. A cry, raw with pure rage, tears through the roar of the inferno. Is anyone there? Meow with precision. No one can tell you're not an actual cat. Try to adopt the deepest voice you can. It's just me. A kid ran away to the other side. I'm going to meow with precision. I'm inspired by the cat to be the cat. It worked? The night has turned back. As you breathe a sigh of relief, you hear the sound of his boots gradually fading away. Why is he holding onto somebody's wrist? But as you approach to trail him from a distance, you watch in horror as he reaches for a child trying to flee. Taunt the night. He should be picking on a leper instead of a toddler way stronger than him. Ooh, smack talking is always good. Run towards the child and try to push the knight away from him. No, I'm gonna give him what for. The knight turns towards you and charges, consumed by rage. If I dodge, does he go into the fire? He hunts you down for some distance, driving you to flee until you reach the very outskirts of the village. Find a leper-shaped rock in the forest and hide behind it. That's easy, yeah. How tough can it be to find a leper-shaped rock? It has no fingers. It has no toes. It's a leper-shaped rock. This hiding place proves precarious. The knight finds you with ease and blocks your escape. Locking eyes with him, he raises his arm. Locking eyes with you, he raises his arm ready to strike. Remove the bandage from one of your wounds and try to trip him with it. Try hitting him with a piece of wood. It's desperation time, man. We're gonna remove a bandage from our wounds and try to trip him with it. The piece of wood isn't gonna work, I don't think, but this is hopeless. Your maneuver paid off and your attacker collapses heavily. Are you kidding me? Now defenseless, the Empire's warrior lies helplessly at your feet. This is your moment to act. 40. No, not that one. How about, now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York. And all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Smash his skull in with a stone he deserves for trying to murder you. Leave him there and run away before he wakes up. Well, it's not just that he was trying to murder me. He was going to murder the other kid, so... Skull smashing time! You run away into the darkness. There were colors that flashed away from my choices. I'm assuming that's going to determine who I am. Forgotten and abandoned from everything, the wretched leper was looking for salvation across the old kingdom. In despair and exhausted, a soft voice echoed in their heart, beckoning to a distant place. At their end of the journey, the poor soul finally reached the ruins of the tower, the last remnant of the once glorious kingdom of Britannia. Something akin to fate seemed to guide their path to this forgotten place. At the foot of the tower, a few nobles seemed to be arguing. Once again, the royal selection had proved to be a disappointment. The door to the tower remained closed and the prophecy unfulfilled. Slipping through the crowd, the stranger reached for the legendary key adorning the giant lock. In their mind, the words of the prophecy echoed, only the true sovereign, chosen by the gods, shall be allowed to wield the silver key to the doors of the tower. And, for them, the door opened. From that moment on, people called them the Sovereign of the Tower. Hence the game, Sovereign Tower. So it was true, the words of the prophecy were true. I am Sir Arlen, guardian of this tower's remains, and I have waited all my life for the blessed day when someone would finally pass through these doors. Your Grace. I like his chain. And what a surprising choice from the gods! Well, a choice marked by fate, with all due respect. But I see you've already donned the traditional garb that befits the crown. As custom dictates, the anonymity of this attire shall be your protection and your salvation. Keep your identity shrouded and reveal nothing of it. All may form their own idea of what lies beneath the mask, though some, by convention, will simply refer to you as a man. You may not feel it in this state, but this edifice is miraculous. Within these walls, its magic suspends all affliction from the sovereign, and your illness shall no longer progress. The tower also multiplies untold the strength of the knights who serve its round table. We will have a round table. Its power depends on the size of the kingdom it governs. And granted, for now, our territory is limited to the country of Bruges. But here begins the rebirth of Britannia, for only through the sovereign and the might of this edifice shall we rally our neighbors under a single banner. The further our influence spreads, the more the tower shall awaken, and the more complete it becomes. More knights may take their place at your table to share in its strength. Now, pray tell me, your grace, how is it you came to this place? I had to flee my village because I was attacked by the Empire, then my steps brought me here. By all the gods, so the Empire is currently attempting to invade Britannia after all these years of relative peace. It is more than urgent. More than urgent than ever? I think more urgent than ever. Or more than urgent. That we forge allies against this threat, for if they learn the ancient White Tower of Bruges has awakened. He pauses thoughtfully. The prophecy, the very one that described your arrival here, also mentioned a golden key. An artifact said to be capable of uniting the kingdoms, unlocking the tower's full potential, and who knows, perhaps curing you permanently. It's merely a legend, but after your arrival, I'm open to the wildest mysticism. At last, welcome home, your grace. Take your rightful place upon this throne. Many labors lie ahead, to be sure, but the tower has awoken under your reign. Rest assured, it will soon regain its former splendor and magic. Biddy boop! I'm a new sovereign. Days pass. Morning. Noon. Game saved. Good morning, your grace. Looks like the tower has finally awakened for good. No more candidates in a trance screaming dubious incantations at its door or relentlessly drumming on its walls. Tell you the truth, still can't quite believe it. But here we are. The man before you looks like he'd stand frozen forever just to prove that he's that loyal to you. If you permit me, your grace, I would be delighted to inform you of what to expect in the coming days. With pleasure. Your new subjects are quite eager to have someone in charge again, and will come to you for help and guidance on various matters. Some of these requests may require you to take action, and the knights you've recruited in the Round Table will help you do that. Be forewarned, though, they may serve you. They may not. Though they may serve you, they may not feel inclined to carry out your every order. It would do you well to learn their preferences and avoid future headaches. Well then, that's all for now. Let me introduce you to your very first knight. She's on her way and quite capable. She also happens to be my dear niece. But I take no responsibility for her punctuality whatsoever. Angelica. I'm terribly sorry I got lost on the way here. I am Lady Angelica of Clovermont, your grace. I didn't see what flashed by. Welcome to the Round Table, Lady Angelica. Thank you, your grace. Whilst we have just met, I must trouble you with a request. Just a small one, really, but I couldn't sleep a wink last night. The tower is quite cold and scary, you see. Do you think I could bring a cat to lighten the mood a bit, given that my previous, attention to cats? By the way, we have currently 5, 5, 5, 5, and then 100 monies. My dear niece, you told me your request was of the utmost importance. But it is just a tiny cat, until the dusting and arranging are complete. Of course, someone will assist you to make room more comfortable as well. See, I can't go with no cats because the cat helped save my life. Something can be done for the room, but no cats. See, I'm sorry, no, it's cat. I'm allergic, personally. In fact, I had a cat, had to give her to my brother, after the allergy led to me going to the emergency room. Do not recommend. Of course, someone will assist you to make your room more comfortable as well. Give me a little green dash. I have no idea what that means. This would be a picture of the map, I assume. Here we are. Tower City is in Bridge. We have Groveshire, Dracovic, and Gavalt. And presumably other stuff over there. Oh, thank you very much, Your Grace. I will name the cat after you. Thanks. I should not keep our audience waiting and take my leave then. Keep your audience waiting. It is Karina. Wait. The Karina of Time? Oh, Karina of Time. There are no lengths to which I will not go, no depths to which I will not stoop for a bad joke. Ah, Your Grace. Was really looking forward to meeting you, Karina, blacksmith. She's got guns. Arms. She's muscular. You see, I might need your help finding my smithing hammer, which might have dropped on from my carriage in the totally not creepy forest between Milkford and Clovermont. Dropped or lost? No, not lost, just temporarily mislaid. For 2 years. Curious to know how you stayed fit after 2 years without hitting the iron. Hellish calisthenic exercises, Your Grace. You have no idea how wonderful it is to channel overflowing physical energy such as mine. Okay. I could teach you a movement or two when you have some time. My arm or leg might fall off. Either way, I heard you were hiring a bunch of knights for your round table. My hammer can restore relics to their rightful state. That might interest you, right? All you need to do is help me find my hammer. And these aren't the hammer. I'll send one of my knights. Let's see. Clovermont Bridge, blacksmith temporarily misstayed, a heavy hammer. The magical property of the hammer left some tracks. Find it and get it back. So, so if the character, the knight we send, has luck, has a middle chance of success, or I guess luck is a middle improvement to your chance of success, where strength and agility are low, and we don't know about wit, charisma, and magic. Promised rewards 30. I'll send one of my knights with a damage risk of 0 to 2. Oh, thank you, Your Grace. I saw something go flying off. Noon. Afternoon. Audiences. Gallery. Oh, what's this? The gallery. Round table. Audiences. Oh, we can't do anything with those. Well, I don't know. Doesn't look like we can. Gallery. Lady of the Tower, at last I awake from my slumber. Oh, and what a sight greets my eyes. And mine, such beauty in stone. I am just so smooth. You flatter me, dear sovereign. I am the Lady of the Tower and its protector. How delightful to meet you. Long have I watched over these halls, but alas, how decrepit everything has become. It is not safe to wander too deep yet, my brave sovereign. Not the welcome you deserve. However, as I retrieve my powers, I will endeavor to restore your tower's rooms to their former glory. Your presence reawakens something in me. She digs me. It's understandable. Oh, this is a romance option, I'm guessing. Will I be graced to see your lovely face again? Whenever you wish, my dear sovereign. Dear sovereign, now that you've stirred me from my slumber, believe me, there are many doors that can be opened. I shall always be waiting for you here when you finish your day's duties, dear sovereign. Lady of the Tower allows you to unlock new rooms for the tower, giving you access to new features. Unlock new room forge. New rooms can be unlocked by recruiting particular servants. Let's unlock a new room. Nothing's available. Let's leave. Map room. Welcome, Your Grace. Probably should have studied up and come up with some distinctive voices for these people. From here, you may issue actions that affect the world beyond these walls. Invite notable individuals to your court, or send aid to villages struck by disaster. For example, I'm not quite sure if there's anything available right now, but, well, it never hurts to check. And if nothing else, you may always admire the map. Fine piece of cartography, if I do say so myself. From the map room, you can open the world map and perform some specific actions through it. Audience requests allow you to invite a character to the tower on the next audience phase. Knights that were asked to come back later can be invited back through an audience request. If a location's been damaged following a failure of a quest, you can repair its location from the world map in the map room. Open map. So these have a number. I'm guessing that's like we gain something from them, maybe the money per turn. Gavalt, a county renowned for being birthplace of agricultural artisans, blah, 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 blah. Once thriving through its artisans, this village now slimps along. People poor, bitter, not particularly welcoming. Center of Bridge, that's us. The old capital of Bridge was here when this tower fell. It's the second largest city today. Milkford, a quiet village where cows outnumber people, hence Milkford. Clovermont. That has an icon next to it. All right. Let's see. So this is... Kitty, kitty, please come down. The head cook won't be pleased to find you up there. Girl's trying to coax down a kitten, curiously wandering amongst the kitchen's spice shelves. Oh, your grace, have you come for a drink or perhaps a snack? That's a cute little fellow. New attribute. Angelica's an animal lover. Okay. Look at those little black paws. Thank you so much for letting me bring a cat here. I named him after you, you know. Your Grace? No. Sovereign, get away from that flower bag at once. Oh, no. I'm going to meow for her. She's confused. Cat's probably confused, too. Good luck cleaning up the flower. Oh, of course, Your Grace. Floor will be clean as a whistle. That's one. Okay. We've got, let's see, that is inventory. I have no equipment. Don't say it. That would be mean. That's the map room where we've been. That's the gallery. That's the round table. We have no audiences, apparently. Round table. Classy Bogan, good morning to you. Round table, the last honest pizza. I'll say this for Round Table. Of the chains, by far the best pizza. During the Round Table phase, you'll have the option to assign your available knights to any open quests. The assignation of a knight is locked only once you end the cycle. Before that, you can always change how you assign your knights. To succeed on a quest, there are two main factors: having enough knights and reaching the quest's stat requirement. Be aware that knight attributes, both known and unknown, will also influence the quest outcome. You can see the tags of a knight in the glossary. You'll have to deduce where they can have a positive or negative impact based on the quest description. They also have a damage range, representing the minimum and maximum damage each knight can take during the quest. Some knight attributes can also increase or reduce these values. Exceptions can occur on critical successes or failures. She's got a lot of luck. Agility and strength. Well, I think for her, I believe the hammer quest, because that requires luck, and you get a large amount from luck and lesser amounts from strength and agility, and unknown from the others. So how do I assign? Oh, assign. Stamp. We don't have any equipment to give her. Day 2. Next cycle. She has returned. And I guess we've gotten more gold, presumably, I'm guessing, from each of these. So theoretically, we should be at like 64 more than we had. So 164. Hammer lost yet again. The blacksmith temporarily mislaid the heavy hammer in the dense forest between Milkford and Clovermont. Once the quest is completed, the outcome is determined based on a knight's statistics and the attributes and the knight's party size. The outcome of the quest will be determined by experience points and gold earned, as well as the damage taken by the knights. Performing a critical or great success will increase each present knight's affinity, and performing a major failure will lower each knight's affinity. If special conditions are met, then some quests will have unexpected outcomes. Can be positive or negative. Well, with success, let's see. The magical properties of the hammer left some tracks. Find it and get it back. So we have a success. We got 112 XP, an additional 30 gold. Let's get the recap. Okay, so those were the only things. Those, in fact, did have no influence. So her stats were ideal for it, pretty much. Angelica gets 1,000 for participation. Strength gave 24. Agility and luck. She took 1 hit point, so she's at 4 or 5. Obtain rewards, an additional 30 gold. And next cycle. 194, right. It was 164 plus the 30 we got for the successful mission. I can do math. Yes. Well done, Angelica. Into the crypt. Hello, Your Grace. A voice we do not recognize. Who's there? It's Blinky the Key Lock. It's only me, Your Grace, the very humble demon of this tower. Syrupy voice, seemingly emanating from the strange padlock, slips into your ears like a trickle of warm honey. I wouldn't like a trickle of warm honey in my ear. That would be not good. And what do you want from me? I was locked away in this dark dungeon long ago, Your Grace. And, like all the souls of this tower, I exist only to serve you humbly. And how can you serve me? My power is that of renewal and reversal, Your Grace. As your endeavors grow, bonds form and shatter, nations grow or crumble. So too, my powers wax and wane, fed by your exploits. When you call upon me, your mistakes will vanish like dew under the morning sun, and with no world-ending price attached, of course. Are you the voices in my head? Maybe yes, maybe no. I've heard enough. Don't forget me, Your Grace. Take this little lock, and you shall have me at your beck and call. Soon you'll find it impossible to get rid of me. Sorry. He seems trustworthy. How could that go wrong? Strike a deal with a demon. The demon power allows you to go back to any previous cycle of the current act, while keeping all knowledge acquired so far, including knights, tags, preferences, and quest requirements. You'll also keep your current sovereign. This may unlock new dialogue options for specific events of the quest line you already started to explore. Note that after returning to a previous cycle, the audiences that you will get may be different. You can see how many times you've used the demon power in the sovereign menu. All right, so that we've been audiences. Everything else is Audiences is new. Noon. Oh, let's see. We've got Arnold, Chester, Karina. Oh, Karina. It's about time. I made the joke earlier. I'm going to keep hitting it. Arnold. Let's see. Chester. I'm going to talk with Chester first. On second thought, can I talk to someone else? Hello, Your Grace. Did you have any crispy dreams? I come with a matter of the highest importance. Nobody ever asks my opinion. Never, ever. So I decided to give it anyway. Hope it doesn't bother you. Are you listening? Yes? No? Maybe? Your ears, they look so absorbent. No, I don't want honey in my ears. I don't want your words particularly in my ears. There's something that smells bad about this situation standing before you, both figuratively and literally. What's that smell? Oh yes, that's exactly why I'm here. The smell, it follows me. It clings to me like a cursed fog. I believe it has become sentient. Have you tried taking a bath? Groundbreaking, I know. There's a goose. But not your everyday goose, a general goose, a war goose. It's taking control of the public baths. It's blocking the entrance. I haven't bathed in 15 days. Well, that would explain the smell. Your Grace, the children cry. You must send help before this goose claims further territory. Fear no soap can save you. Take this gold and leave the region, I beg you. 5 gold? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Your Grace. I'll go now. Slowly. Sideways. And so the goose doesn't see me. All right, we'll go with Arnold. We skipped him. So he's in the front of the line. Nice hat, Arnie. Hello, allow my crystal clear voice to caress your delicate ears. I am Arnold, representative Belthorn, noble region of the county of Groveshire, renowned for its exceptional hunters and its fine, exquisitely soft silks, sometimes even almost affordable. The Count of Groveshire has tasked me with meeting you as part of an idiomatic mission. Mission? Indeed. Oh, move, you silk rag! Damien has rushed to the front. It's me you've been waiting for. Damien, official emissary of Mavignac. Mavignac? Yeah, cognac. So Mavignac. From the county of Gavalt. And I too have a message, but bigger and more urgent than theirs. Where was I? I have been asked to come to you today in my capacity. Ah, shut up, kid! Your Grace, respectfully, you really shouldn't listen to those snobby Groveshire people. Those puny fools sell overpriced fabrics and... Allow me to reply. It is not appropriate to give credence to these country bumpkins and dare to talk about gastronomy? Arlen? And you claim to represent civilized country when you haven't even bothered to mask your traveler's odor. One at a time, please. That won't be possible. The only thing the two of us agree on is that the other one has to go. Unfortunately, I agree on this point. If you listen to anyone, it can only be me. I'm a country bumpkin. Go on, Damien. Very well. I will inform the Count of Groveshire of your brilliant decision. Wish your nostrils well. Thanks, Your Grace. Countess Matilda has therefore requisitioned me to represent our county with dignity before proposing an alliance to you. An alliance at the cost of your help regarding the political situation in the county. What do you mean? Matilda will come and explain the situation to you in detail. As for me, I'll just say, Your Grace, good luck. You won't be idle. Gilberto? Oh, a knight. Sir Goberto of Neonhead, Your Grace. The Herald said you needed help with some monsters? Your luck, slaying wild beasts is my specialty. Trolls, dragons, spiders, bloodthirsty chickens, you name it. Sometimes knights will come, ask if they can join your round table. Accepting will make them available for you to perform quests. Telling them to come back later will allow you to invite them from the map room. If you do so, they'll be present in the next cycle. Rejecting them will make them definitely unavailable. Once a knight is recruited, you can make them leave the round table in the glossary. If you do so, you'll be able to call them back from the map room. If you do me the honor of welcoming me at your court, my sword will be yours. Let's see, he's got a lot of strength, very little charisma, and almost no agility. He has no luck, no wit, and no magic. For now, we accept gladly, Ser Goberto. You'll not regret this, Your Grace. Elioth? Hello, I'm Elioth of Clovermont. Clovermont, your brand new official messenger from Clovermont. I bring a request from Clovermont. I think I may require you to confirm one more time where you hail from. Clovermont. Oh, dang it. I was already boring you, aren't I, Your Grace? But I promise this request is sure to interest you. The people of Clovermont begged me to present it to you with dignity. We lost it. The sacred relic. Jade, amethyst, well, nice little rock. And it was a magpie that stole it. Well, we would lose a scholar. Or we can't send anyone because strength is apparently not helpful, and that's all are currently available. Let the magpie enjoy its victory. But our sacred relic! Oh, Karina, it's time. Your knight mailed it. Nailed it. My hammer was by the river, the old mill, so it really wasn't lost after all. Nevertheless, your round table shall be filling to the brim soon with knights. All we need now is a warm-hearted forge, and those rusty relics could be yours again, Your Grace. Afternoon. The gallery. I wonder if there's a minstrel in there. Old guy music reference. I would like to unlock the forge. A founding stone. Built a new room for the first time. The tower has now been granted a new room. Anything else, Your Grace? No, that will do. You did an excellent... Oh, we got a new tower. Best tower ever. It's the forge. They want to talk to me. And don't forget to clean your armor after every quest. Thank you, Karina. I know, you've been saying the same thing for 20 years. Though it really means a lot to me. You're still looking after Elioth and me after all these years. You know, just because I chose a different path doesn't mean you stop being my little sister. I see the family resemblance. Stop laughing like an idiot. And I'm really proud to see you living your dream now, to be honest. Gosh. Heartwarming, isn't it? My heart is warmed. Okay, there it is. Thanks again for the wonderful forge. I'm still setting things up, but I have a few relics to sell. Please take a look. Open the shop. Let's see. An old sword, strength +1, agility -1. Rusty sword. Royal sword. I barely have enough gold to afford that. That's too much. 2 for charisma. A sling, -1 to strength, +1 to wit. A regular trusty shield. -1 +2. Ooh, a silver sword. Agility 1. A simple sturdy bow appropriate for hunting small aminals. A true knight's weapon. I don't have the stats to buy those other things. 125 for the bow. What's the magpie? I'm going to buy the bow. Do we have any armor? They have. Their armor took 1 damage. Cost 20 gold? Sure. Map room. Open the map. Nothing available. What is that? Ah, that's the demon power. I like that animation a lot. Oh, okay. The Sovereign menu allows the screen to feed the current satisfaction of different classes and the progress of Sovereign archetypes. Increases satisfaction with each class. Can unlock new dialogue options and new items in the shop. Pardon the yawn. Sovereign archetypes increase or decrease with your choices. Each archetype has 3 thresholds to reach, with each threshold unlocking new dialogue options. Some dialogue options are also unlocked depending on how much the archetype is increased compared to another. So those are the little color flashes I saw moving away from my choices. I have no kindness, no tyranny, no wisdom, no audacity. Audacity, audacity, always audacity. Jean-Jacques Danton. Thank you. I have time traveled 0 times so far. And that is the map, right? Yeah, it is. Glossary allows a recruited knights and servants. After gaining enough experience, the knight will gain a level. You'll be able to allocate 1 point in a statistic of your choice. Attributes. Characteristics of the knight that can impact their behavior towards a quest. You'll have to deduce several of them. What impact they may have on a quest description. You can check whether your knight has a preference for certain quests. Won't impact how well the knights will perform quests, only their affinity towards the sovereign. That's interesting. I guess they only want to be assigned to the ones that they enjoy. Enjoying it doesn't make them better at it. Affinity represents how a knight currently feels about the sovereign. Increasing the knight's affinity may trigger a new dialogue with them. Low affinity level may cause the knight to leave the round table. That the knights of the round table, they dance whenever they're able. Let's see. She isn't naive animal lover. That's the second knight. Got it. We've got him and her. Her and him. She's good at diplomacy and scouting. He's good at hunts and duels and doesn't like diplomacy. So we can have 6 knights as of now, anyway. And that takes us back here. What was the gallery again? Right. Map room, forge, inventory. We now have an item. Don't know how I can give it to one of the NPCs yet. The round table. She now has the hunting bow. Because the hunting bow is agility and wit. Has a little bit of wit, but she has lots of agility, so no quests available. Thought I had a quest available. Next cycle. More money. More money, more problems, 64 collected from taxes. Hello, Your Grace. What are you doing in the kitchen? Are you writing to someone too? Who are you writing to? My little sister Berta. She'll be so proud that I have become a knight. I can't wait to tell her all about it. I'll make you proud. Just wait and see. So what are you telling her? I was recounting all the sensational things that have happened to me recently. My arrival in the audience hall, and of you who agreed to take me on. The moment I stepped onto the kitchen floor for the first time, all of it. Changes a man, doesn't it? I feel like I've grown up since lunchtime. He liked that. At least a few inches, Your Grace. He gets back to his letter. Okay, let's see. Audiences. Don't need anything else in the crypt. In the forge. I don't think we've got anything in the forge. Just all the stuff we've got. We do have a little bit more money, but not enough. Gallery audiences, I guess. It's noon o'clock. Matilda, Alwena, Gwendon, Academian, and Roland. Roland was the warrior from the land of the midnight sun. Thompson gun for hire, fighting to be done. Matilda, what do you have? That's a big cat. Greetings, Matilda of Fort Gavolt, Emeritus Countess of the County of Gavolt. Woman standing before you towers over like a mountain. She is as straight as a stake, very, very intimidating stake. I ask for your indulgence in cutting straight to the point. We are hoping for your assistance regarding diplomatic diatribes that are currently tearing our lands. Tell me more. Let me explain the situation as simply as possible. Chooses her words carefully before continuing. A wind of dissent is currently sweeping through our people of Gavolt, fueled by the recent and brutal assassination of the Baron of Mavignac. The mourning that has befallen our citizens has sparked a flame of rebellion in their heart. And this rebellion now threatens not only my person, but also the authority I represent. Everything suggests that one person in particular is fueling this revolt and orchestrating this widespread chaos from the shadows. Any questions? Why are you being targeted exactly? There are rumors that the murderer is one of the knights in my employ. As for the nobleman who was murdered, he opposed our reforms and charters, as well as my approach to orderly governance. You don't need anything else to see the connection. You say your people are mourning a nobleman? ... This nobleman was loved. He was a fair politician who was close to the people, whom some would quietly describe as a demagogue. Her voice, until now as smooth and cutting as a blade, shows a glimpse of sadness. But in reality, he was touching. He knew how to talk to people the way you would talk to injured animals. Why not openly resolve the anger of the people? That will not solve anything. Understand that people's complaints are futile. Neither I nor any other member of my caste ordered this assassination. I am also concerned by this loss, even though it was common knowledge that I had strong disagreements with Baron of Mavignac. And how can I help you prove your innocence? Convincing the people of their representative's innocence will be all the easier once the ringleader of this movement has been stopped, the one who organizes, who set the powder alight. Wait, they've got gunpowder? Without a leader, the revolt will scatter like the same powder blown by the wind. Therefore, I need knights of integrity, untainted by any bias, to uncover this person's identity and arrest them. Let's see, it requires 5 people? I don't have 5 people. Requires 5 nobles. I don't have enough people. Let's investigate among the common people. Requires 5. Oh, the 5 people's satisfaction. Oh. Or 5 among the nobles. I see. So this. We'll go ask around in the local taverns. Because that doesn't cost me all of one of my currencies. As you see fit, as long as you find the evidence that exonerates me. We'll get there. See you soon. See you very soon. That was very strange. Alwena. Sir Arlen, your grace, my greetings. Ah, greetings, Alwena. We haven't been introduced yet, your grace. Alwena, recruited into your service by Sir Arlen a few days ago. I shall be taking care of administration, the little paperwork, and the major inconveniences. My role is essential to the proper management of the tower. And yet you didn't even think to give me a room for my belongings, Arlen. I kindly request, your grace, that you promptly make the necessary arrangements for my accommodation. In return, I might have a juicy bit of gossip or two about your nights. Thank you. I imagine we could dust off a small room in exchange for our services, your grace. Gwendon? Oh, my goodness, he's sparkly. I've heard you're in need of great heroes, so here I am. Sir Gwendon of Willador, the best knight in all the land. Yes, I know. It's a lot to take in. It's okay if you want to applause or to faint. I'm used to it. I have to say, I'm also used to higher standards than this smelly shack you call a tower, but it will have to do. Do not worry, with me at your round table, your little realm will soon shine in glory. Let's see. He's got a lot of charisma. It doesn't work on me. I need to clean up the tower a bit before admitting... Oh, fine, we'll let him in. I expected no less. I'm already lighting this place up. I detest him. Roland. Oi, your grace. Roland, at your service. I'm a sailor down in Grest. Gonna be your go-between with the folks there. All right, formalities done, yeah? I'll skip the bowing. Any chance you folks might spruce up the road to Grest? You know, the one that leads up here? Ain't that far. Just 3 hours. Sure help us ordinary folk. Let's see, it required 90 gold. I fear the tower's resources are limited now. This is going to give me 2, what's that? Merchants and 1 people. Of course, you earned it. Ah, yeah? Reckon we're good at what we do, even if we ain't really seen it for yourself. Thanks anyway. Someone's been stealing our dean's thesis notes. We'd need an impartial investigator to figure out what's happened. The culprit is one of us, so we're not going to investigate it ourselves. Well, let's see. We don't have the gold. I have some knights who excel at investigation. Wit. Charisma. Low. Magic and wit. They're all low. I can't afford that. I send a knight to accompanied by a scholar from outside the academy. That'll cost me 3 scholar satisfaction. Don't have the gold, huh? Perfect. I'll wait for it then. Afternoon. The gallery. Unlock a new room. Intendancy? The tower's now been granted a new room. Anything else, Your Grace? No, I'm cool. I don't even know what that is. It's a word I do not know. Ah, it's Alwena's room. Hello, Your Grace. Perhaps you wish to hear some gossip. Investigate Angelica. Very well, Your Grace. We'll start investigating at once. I believe from the round table. Contracts. Thesis thief. We can send him. He's got a little bit of wit. No magic. High charisma. Oh, it's going to take 2. Well, let's see. Tavern investigation. All right, I think what we can do is we can send him to that, and the other two to that. Somebody came running in. Don't know who that was. The Countess. Oh, he failed. Succeed. Great success. Less success. Okay, he succeeded, I see. So it's basically a number of checks that it makes. And he had one great success. We briefly got above there, so he gets 60 XP. We get 30 gold. Investigations, everything suggests that the leader of the revolt is none other than the Countess's own daughter. It is believed that she's hiding with her fellow rebels in Mavignac. Recap. Okay, participation. Strength. Charisma. Wits cost him a little. Inattentive cost him a little. It's fine. He did good work. Obtained rewards. A follow-up audience. A related hearing will be held during the next cycle. Alright, he took 1 damage. She's got information. Hear a rumor. Hi, Your Grace. Do you have a cup of tea? A little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote with me. Sovereign Gossiper. Hear a rumor for the first time. New attribute discovered. Angelica is fortunate. Chance to score a bonus if it grants a better outcome. That seems good. Seems very good. Investigate Goberto. Let's investigate Gwendon. Inventory. I still have just the bow, which is assigned to Angelica. Forge. Currently have 112. We'll go ahead and repair the armor. We'll try and stay ahead on the damage numbers and stuff. Tendency, forge, inventory, map room. Open the map. Doesn't look like we've got anything new going on. Audiences. It's noon. Oh, he's imposing. Dragon Knight. I, the Dragon Knight, dost extend mine salutations unto thee. Is there any soul amidst this gathering endowed with the power to parley with me? Parley? You are in the presence of the Sovereign. Am I? Thou art but a mere child in these realms. How mightest thou lay claim to this exalted throne, and not I? You do have the mustache for it. I, who hath been crowned by ancient vintage, limited edition true king himself, hath traversed the domain of Britannia decade by decade, and levelled cities in my wake. So doth I challenge thee, stranger. Prove unto me that thou art the sovereign of this dominion, that this dominion doth require, that thou canst gather valiant knights, lead thy folk to peace and prosperity, and stand resolute against the Angalor Empire. Shouldst thou falter or refuse my challenge, I shall take thy life with mine own hand. I'll muster my most noble allies against you. I'll use the mystic forces, which I don't really have. I'll inspire the people. The people aren't bad. I shall inspire the people and rally them to me. You accept without... Okay, when a character gives you an ultimatum, you'll get some objectives to fulfill before a given cycle. Each fulfilled objective before the given cycle will give you a bonus when you face this character again. It's not mandatory to fulfill these objectives. You accept without hesitation, stranger, these realms doth merit a sovereign of great might. 4 cycles until ruin. Until we meet anon. It's best be prepared. I'd heard legends about this Dragon Knight, but I thought him long dead. Let us prepare for battle. I've noted the objectives in forms of resources and support that need to be achieved. Bear in mind that these are not essential to our success. The Dragon Knight. I've met him. Kind of full of himself. Just saying. Those are the objectives. We have to get that up to 8. And the people up to 14 and 300 gold. Allied counties would be good, too. Matilda, my daughter. I'm just as surprised as you are. Actually, I must admit that I suspected she was involved. Wouldn't it have been better to inform us? Thanks for giving us all the info we need. Wouldn't it have been better to inform us? It's not so simple. We hadn't really been in touch for a while. Of course, I'd noticed her recent strange attire. Naturally, I'd spotted some suspicious political pamphlets in her room, but I could never have imagined. You couldn't have known. Young people have their own codes, their own slang. 6, 7. In the blink of an eye, the gap widened. She is so impressionable. I ask you not to hold it against her. A discussion with her is obviously necessary, but before that, I'm going to need your help again. We now know that she and her group of rebels are hiding near the Bastille of Mavignac, preparing to lay siege to Fort Gavolt very soon. You must stop them now. Unfortunately, some of my best knights were swept up in this popular movement and decided to side with the protesters. It's risky. Perhaps the people of Gavolt should be allowed to decide their own fate. If there must be a reordering of power, I can entertain the idea, but not in this manner. No stable society can be founded on violence and strife. Historically, most of them have been. My daughter, you have seen her. She has no political strategy. She is driven only by the desire to put our family in danger. You must stop her. That's going to... New quest. Fort Gavolt. Strength, wit, and charisma. Very well, we'll help you. But you'll have to reconsider your demands of the movement. This may get me an allied county that I need. You notice the barely visible trembling of her jaw as it tightens. Looks painful. All right, we can reconsider things once the spark has been extinguished. Dark figure approaches, disregarding all queuing conventions, and sneaks up in front of you. Good day, Your Grace. A pleasure to meet you. I am Tarkus de Gavolt, brother of the late Count de Gavolt. Didn't you come with the Countess? Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt your little tete-a-tete. I think our own discussion deserves privacy. Isn't it fascinating? Learning that little fool serving as Matilda's runt stands at the helm of the shred. I confess I suspected as much. Stupidity walks often with ambition. I am the eyes and ears of Gavolt. No one pisses in a gutter there without me knowing about it. Do you see where I'm going with this? Watching that idiot eye the throne is an affront to Gavolt itself. Be pragmatic, Your Grace. Ally with me. I will crush this rebellion as it warrants. Your Grace, if I may, Sir Tarkus distinguished himself rather grimly during the bloody Tarascus War. He's a man of fearsome efficiency, but his methods are perfectly measured. You have something to say, old man? Would you rather let these enemies of the crown pour their epicration propaganda? Let's see. This knight will join the round table. He's got a lot of wit. I'll think about it. I'm going to pull him in. I'll take the utmost of care of this trust, your grace. Cutnar Nomad. Gwendolyn. So here you are, the famous sovereign. Charming. Looks at you with an air of superiority. I'm Gwendolyn, Baroness of Villa d'Argent. The greatest locality of Illador. Pearl obscured by the lands, that one is absolutely vital to your reign. I shall be conveying to you the many complaints from the common people of this land. Most importantly, I'm your knight's dear aunt. Yes, Gwendu, my darling little Gwendu. So happy I am to hear that you've recognized his brilliance. But where is this little duckling? Do you have a request you wish to grace us with today? No, not really. I just came to see how he's doing. Your knights do find themselves listless at your little round table. Then they could always come weed my garden. It is in a similarly pitiful state. Let's see. This choice, nobles. I can't afford the nobles' loss. That is a quest. Oh, okay, I can't afford the noble loss. Sounds like a Villador problem. Oh, alright. I suppose I'll have to ask my nephew. Roland. Oi, oi. Couldn't you do something about them harpies on the Grest coast? I say they'd be dropping like flies. Those wretched lasses perch on the rocks near naked, crooning like lovesick minstrels. My knights will drive them out. Aye, we thank ye. Cutnar Nomad, your grace. We beg for your mercy. We're a humble community of wanderers, no harm meant. We look for shelter, just a few days. A bitter cold is closing in, and our little ones are already shivering. We cannot sleep in the woods, not like this. With all due respect, opening the tower's doors to these people would be a tremendous act of trust. They're strangers with none to vouch for their integrity. What do you wish to do, your grace? We need more people to be happy about us. We don't have to worry about the nobles. Thank you, your grace. Sorry, the children will never forget this. Your grace, so someone left these letters on the top of the pigeon coop. One of them has feathers stuck to it. Pretty sure that's not standard. Anyway, nap o'clock! We have a lot going on. In tendency. Well, your grace, you have thus provoked the wrath of the Dragon Knight, whose fury had not been felt for many moons. You think my attitude offended him? Good heavens, no. Dragon Knight is a mere contrarian. He opposes you on principle. Simply because you managed to open the ancient Tower of Briz. It's nothing new. Even during my wild youth, in the days of the Tarascus War, this old fossil was already well over 100 years old and driven by conservative values, believe me. I fear he would have behaved the same way with anyone who managed to ascend to the throne. I see. A standard skills test. Indeed. The advantage being that it's a safe bet he won't hold a grudge and will accept your rule once you've proven your worth. How about some information on him? Very well, your grace. We'll start investigating at once. Map room. What new do we have? Talk. Your grace, I wish to speak with you. I have no desire, of course, to question your decisions, but I would like to suggest the utmost caution regarding your new recruit, Sartarchus. We need seasoned warriors. Sartarchus is indeed a formidable knight, but as I previously mentioned, some of his methods are harsh. I simply fear I might try to establish a certain approach to the regency by your side. I take note. Thank you, your grace. He fidgets from side to side with unease. But perhaps I'm being too pessimistic? Let's hope instead that Sartarchus opens up unexpected perspectives for us. The gallery, which is where the minstrel hangs out. Talk. Ah, my sovereign. I sense the formidable dragon knight looming within these walls. Are your beautiful eyes everywhere? Of course, my dear sovereign, although it is difficult to pull my gaze away from your exploits. She digs me. As the protector of this tower, I can feel every ripple of energy that passes through these walls. And the dragon knight is already familiar to me. He once sat at the round table during the reign of Ermin the Wise. Tell me about Ermin's reign. Ermin, I remember. A remarkable sovereign who unified the realm, once plagued by bitter divides. The shadow his achievements cast was certain to fill his successor with dread. Who could ever hope to equal him? Perhaps the Dragon Knight feels a certain longing for that era. But I have no doubt you will succeed in proving your worth through, my dear sovereign. We have a new room to unlock. Nothing is available. Talk. Well, your grace, that's quite a delicious challenge you've been given, isn't it? Does seeing me threatened make you happy? Oh, me? No. Don't take things so seriously, your grace. After all, if things were to go wrong, you'd only need to use my powers to make a few small adjustments, wouldn't you? Perhaps there's a spark of curiosity to see if you're actually good enough to manage without me. Okay. Not creepy at all. It's fine. We're good. All right, let's see. The defensive Gavolt. We need strength, wit, and charisma. And we need 2 of them. They're still out. Right, he's got buttloads of wit and some strength. And he's got loads of strength and a little bit of charisma. What else have we got? What else have we got? The Stolen Snake. That'll take 2. Massive Cast Iron Serpent, or Worm, encrusted with gemstones. Strength and Wit, that's 2. Plus 2 for the merchants. That would be good. 1 with the nobles. 1 with the people. I'm not sure we can make it to the people, but we can with the merchants. The Squash Festival. The Harpies. That's 2 with the merchants. Harpies off the coast. Strength. He's strong, and he's decently strong with wit. And that's 2, but minus 1 with the scholars. That's 2 with the nobles, 2 with trade, and a consumable. Strength and wit. Yeah, okay. We're going to assign him. Assign him. And finish. Whamp! Thumbs up! I don't have any knights, I don't think. Ah, yep. Okay, we have a success. A critical success. They successfully finished that one out. It was perfect. Perform a critical success. Dun, 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 dun. 120 XP and another 50 gold. Give me the recap. 2,433 out of 2,000. Gwendon went berserk. But I detest him. And he did wonderful. That's just not fair. Fine. Give us the rewards. We get 1 for the nobles, which we just previously lost. We had 50 gold. And Scholar's Nuts. Sometimes these things write themselves. A clever mix of all kinds of nuts to allow any scholar to survive in extreme conditions to complete their thesis. They both reach level 2. Let's open the glossary. Let's see. 1 stat point available. Well, currently she's in agility, a little bit of charisma, a whole lot of luck. Maybe 1 in strength to start. Well, actually, it's probably best to just keep pumping things up that are good. Let's go with luck. And him with charisma. All right, in the intendancy, hear a rumor. Your Grace, do have a cup of tea. A little bird has shared the most interesting anecdote with me. New attribute discovered for Tarkus scouting. He doesn't like scouting missions. Okay. Find out something about Gwendon, will you please? Thank you so much. Inventory, we now have nuts. The forge, no one needs anything because we want to push through to make sure we have 300 in 3 days left. We don't have any armor that needs repairing. Don't suppose there's anything. Nope, nothing available in there. Map room, nothing on the line. Let's start with the audiences. Ursula, Grelin. Didn't we? We've talked with Grelin, haven't we? No. Good morning, Your Grace. My name is Grelin. Ah. And I'll be responsible for representing the interests of the inhabitants of Rosem in your lands, if that suits you. Perfectly. Rosen was the capital of bears until the resurrection of this tower. But it's still a major tourist destination today. ... You know each other? Yes, we are distantly related. He is indeed my lovely young son. Anyway, if we could change the subject, I came to bring you our first request. A manuscript of ecclesiastical origin appears to have been stolen. Since the group of occultists and nobles have been accusing each other, each seeks to pin the blame. We need someone to sort this out. Let's see. I'll investigate the nobles. I'll investigate the occultists. I don't think we've got anyone with magic. That'll require 1. Wit and charisma. Not much damage risk. We'll get a consumable. We'll add 1 point to the scholars. That'll add 1 point to the nobles. I'll investigate the nobles. Thank you, Your Grace. So that's it. Our shining principles. Let the living filth into our sacred walls. The cut-and-on nomads you so magnanimously allowed to loiter here. They're loud, they stink, and I'm fairly certain their grubby little brats stole food from the kitchens. What's next? Will you grant them knighthood in your kindness? Funds will be impacted. We'll lose people. Silence, I am your sovereign, and you will show me respect. I have no respect for a sovereign who opened their arms to swindlers and hired bank. Oh, wow. He disliked it. Suck it. Don't like him anyway. Ursula. Magic, perhaps. Magical knight. Ah, she's got armor. Magical knight. Okay, ... If it's a staring contest, I'm winning. Quite a tower you have here, Your Grace. Bit dusty, reeks of magic. But I quite like the mood here. Name is Ursula, by the way. I've been roaming these lands for a couple of years, and to tell the truth, I'm bored to death. You have a bunch of exotic and unusual quests you could send me out on? Let's see, this night we'll join you in a round table. Yeah, welcome aboard. Magic, wit. Sounds like fun. Gonna stay here a while then. Academian, I dreamed I was supposed to bring this grievance, so here I am. We believe knowledge should be accessible to all, which is far from the case in Brej. Why not adopt educational policies so our work doesn't remain tucked away for a privileged few? Let's see, our finances won't allow it. 150. And the nobles won't like it, and the scholars and people won't like it, but the nobles will. Ugh, nobles not digging me. 150 gold, that hurt too. Thanks. Sure. Ow. Fell on my keys. Have you heard the rumors, Your Grace? Some members of the common folk in Brej seem fascinated by a political history of Brimwood, and apparently are inspired by it. By that I mean ideas of executions of nobles, revolutions, and other little amusements. You should act before they all start taking on these inspirations. Nobles and people, or people and we're gonna run out of nobles. Can't hurt a little about history. The gossip will be punished. That'll destroy any chance I have of getting to there. Will they allow me to go negative? No, just down to 0. You're aware of the number of victims caused by the Brimwood insurgents? May you feel the consequences of your own words. Jerk. Map room. Talk. Oh, Your Grace, come in. Look what I'm pulling out of the oven right here. Small cakes, carefully arranged on a table, fill the room with a warm, spiced fragrance. I used to love cooking for my children when we were younger. I miss it sometimes. I'm quite certain they eat absolute rubbish nowadays. He gazes at the biscuits with a gentle nostalgia. Anyway, if you'd like, Your Grace, I certainly prepare little treats for your nights from time to time. A good cookie shared is worth 1,000 words, isn't it? It's actually how I met my wife. Nothing available. What do we have here? Ah! Arlen can now cook a snack for 1 night each cycle. Giving a snack to a knight will give them a small bonus if they're sent on a quest. Each knight likes some specific snacks. You'll have to discover which ones, giving a knight a snack they like, will result in an affinity bonus. She's new here. Let's welcome her with a meal. A galette saucisse. Sausage wrapped in buckwheat crepe. Croque monsieur. I do enjoy a very good croque monsieur. Prafou. Bread soaked in butter and garlic in unreasonable qualities, fully unapologetic quantities, and not an ounce of shame. That actually sounds really bleeping good. Crepe, Briz's crepe, in all its nobility, paper thin, twice cooked in salted butter, and delicate as a jewel, to be paired as you see fit. Some would even dare add cheese. Brizian butter shortbread, a small shortbread cookie, soft, buttery, and generous by itself, tastes exactly like it looks. Or Lion's Taco, a controversial recipe from Gavot. Wheat wrap stuffed with meat, fries, and cheese. Dog food, according to some, culinary revelation according to others. Let's send her shortbread. What a tasty idea, Your Grace. I'll get cooking straight away. And the round table. All right, we've got 3 knights. The defense of Gavot. Well, we can only send out 2 missions right now. The Gargoyle Hunt. Gives us +1 to the nobles, which is fine. What was the other one that requires 1? That gives us 1 scholar. We definitely want to get that above 7. So we need something that improves, what is it? Merchants. That'll cost us the scholars. That's fine. Strengthened charisma. The paladin is out. No, he's back, right? Strengthened charisma? Yes. He is assigned. Strengthened charisma. She's got no charisma to speak of, or strength. No real charisma, nor strength. It's more likely that her stuff is... Well, actually, we can check the other quests first. Wit and charisma is one of the one-person quests, and the other one is wit, charisma, and strength. Not great. All right, we're going to send her off on that one. And her off on that one. Oh, why will it fail? One of them is going to fail. Backstory. Relic recovery. Diplomacy. She's jaded, aren't we all? Why is it going to fail? Why is it going to fail? She's got a little bit of, she's got good wit and a little bit of charisma. Why is it going to fail? Scholar, -2. Why does it not tell me which one's going to fail? Location. Duration. I think that's 1 day. Why is it guaranteed to fail? I don't get that. Okay, well, what we can do then is unassign her. Try her on the other one, and we'll at least know. Anything but bored to death, we'll at least know which one was destined to fail. Alright, so that wasn't the problem. Why was this one destined to fail? Oh, because he's pissed off at us, maybe? Arrogant. Doesn't like relic recovery. I don't know why, and that's a problem. It's failing again. So she must be the problem here. Mind you, I'm just guessing. Because it's not telling me. So then, can we send her out? Let's see. A quest will automatically fail. I have no idea what the fuck the problem is. Is it that one of the quests is timed? Well, first let's unassign everybody. Right. All right, so requirements. That's going to take 2 of them. Deadline. Okay, we have a deadline. I hadn't noticed the deadline. That's the problem. All right, there we go. So that one needs to get taken care of now. Got it. Understood. I might have helped if you told me. That's not great for her. It's very good for him. And pretty good for her. All right. We figured it out, finally. Would have been nice if they told us. That just leaves her. And which of these is she going to be better for? That's not great. That's probably worse. We're going to give it a try anyway. Here we go. Whap! She didn't like that. Hey, everybody comes running back home. Hi, guys. How did everything go? Good evening, Juke. Let's see. Oh, that's not going great. Gotta get... Oh, it's not going great. There we go. That's much better. Okay, we succeeded. Ooh, 3 damage. Oh, to both of them. That's gonna leave a mark. The stolen snake has been retrieved. 2 merchant, 45 gold, and cheese. EBM will be so proud of me. I rescued the cheese. A cheese that appears to unlock the gates of truth despite its robust aroma. It'll give -3 charisma and +3 to wit to whomever I give it to. Oh, big success! Big failure. Great success! 2 damage for... Wow. Okay, we took a lot of damage. With the help of your knights, the rebel army was repelled. However, it was impossible to neutralize the princess. We obtained 2 noble and 60 gold and a follow-up audience. Great success. Okay, And she liked it. 45 gold, an additional noble, and gargoyle soup. Well, everybody must get stoned. Wah-wah-wee-wah, indeed. A Grest specialty. When eaten cold, it promises to sharpen the mind in exchange for some digestive discomfort. Reduces your strength by 2, but increases your edge and wit by 1 each. Well, 4 of my my knights leveled up. He has a point available. He has a lot of strength and not much else going on for him. Okay, we'll try to give him a decent second stat. So that's Gilberto. She has another stat point available. A little bit more strength won't hurt. Gwendon. Despite the fact he's an utter puke, he does seem to be actually pretty good at stuff. Give him a little bit of magic. And Ursula leveled up. Magic, wit. Let's hit her with some more agility. And here we are again. Intendancy. Hero rumor. Hi, Your Grace, have a cup of tea. A little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote with me. Gwendon has a fear of the dark. Interesting. How about we investigate him? Very well, Your Grace. I'll start investigating at once. Inventory. Okay, we added a couple things to our inventory. We added the cheese and the gargoyle soup. Okay, so we have 2 cycles left. We're getting close on the gold. We're over on the merchant satisfaction. We're getting close on the people's satisfaction. We have not yet allied a county. Forge. Let's see. $20. Is it 20 each? That's not bad then. But everybody took damage, so that'll cost me 100. I don't think anyone was in immediate danger of dying. Anything else in the shop? Not that I'm willing to drop the cash for. I don't think anything in the gallery. Do we have a new room to unlock? We do not. Well, let's have our audiences then, shall we? Oh, we've got a couple of conversational options. Let's see. Angelica, hello? Somebody there? Looking for someone? Ah! Your Grace, it's you. I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were... Did you hear a scream? No. I heard a scream before you came from the corridor. But it must have just been the wind. Probably not. The tower's a bit scary at night. The wind whistles so strangely through the windows of our quarters. It was making such odd noises last night. I confess, it kept me from sleeping a little. Tired. There are these scary stories Uncle Arlen used to tell me when I was little. I think they still terrify me today. Oh, that's a bit much for me. Also, she's a bit young. Also, I'm currently hitting on the statue upstairs. I understand why you might be a bit fearful. Anyway, they're just made-up stories, aren't they? And last night it was just the wind too, wasn't it? Wasn't it? She has a fear of ghosts. Okay. Just in case, let's go back into the Great Hall. And the schmuck. Stop bothering me, peasants. You're wasting my time. Now let us dance, feast, and... Isn't that my throne, Sir Gwendon? Well, oh, it's your grace. This isn't what you think. I was just wondering what the view was like in here. Turns out it's not that great, if you ask me. Would you like to suggest any improvements, Sir Gwendon? I was wondering when you'd finally think to ask for my opinion. He liked that. Okay, well, we pissed him off the other day, so he liked that. I have plenty to suggest. Firstly, the hall's terribly dull. You should have jesters, musicians, jugglers, and poets in your court. Otherwise, how can you expect anyone to take you seriously? Back when Villador was at the height of its prosperity, we would frequently host banquets and valiant tournaments, day in and day out. Here, there's nothing. I'm bored. Tournaments. I shall think on it. I would hope so. He is competitive, is Gwendon. I have a lot of other ideas if you need my advice again. Yes, I'm certain I will. Of course. Audiences. For today, how many audiences do we have? Matilda, Hildy, I wonder if they're related. Roland again, and Elioth. So, let's start with Matilda. She's back. Greetings. Behind her, marble facade, a tiny variation betrays something, despite herself. Her fatigue is perceptible. You've successfully driven the rebel forces out of Fort Gavot. I thank you for that. I don't know. That's I don't know what that symbol M means. A happy tragedy, comedy. Was that enough to calm the people's fervor? No. To be honest, people's anger continues to rumble. Their failures not extinguish the fire. It's fueled it. The rebels are more relentless than ever, feed on it and exult in it. They want to start again, and they'll start again and again, as long as they find their fervor with my own daughter. She implies that you've only honored part of your commitment. You want me to arrest your daughter? Yes. That's what I was expecting from you in the first place. We would like to reiterate our gratitude for the assistance provided. However, this is merely a temporary solution. If the root cause to the problem is not addressed, but you're not entirely to blame. Entirely? Somebody started this and it wasn't me. My daughter managed to escape you and I congratulate her on that. But now that her forces are weakening, it's time for us to act and lay siege. Now is indeed the ideal time to strike. That lion is cursed. Yes, it is. I am pleased that we've come to an understanding. She didn't really give me a choice. I leave the decision on strategy regarding my daughter to you. Act within your means to put an end to her actions. Let's see. +1 with the people would be good. -1 with the nobles I can afford. I will send someone to negotiate with her. I have just the fellow. Very well. She seems to hesitate. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Yeah, that would be good. Hildy. Greetings, Your Grace. Each word crossing her lips seems finely chiseled by the hand of the gods. Lady Hildy, in person? To what do we owe the honor of your presence? Alas, sir, a most cruel affliction. To introduce myself, I am Hildy from the lands of Oriaphon, Your Grace. The greatest minstrel these lands have ever known. I am your most devoted admirer. I was even among the crowd during your last performance. That is not quite what I wish to learn, but thank you for sparing me the tedious details. Yet mark the irony, what remains of a bard unable to finish her song. I intended to travel through Bretonia provinces, celebrating the return of the great sovereign of the White Tower Bridge with a victorious melody. She studies you as searching for a trace of the myth between the two brow ridges of your mask. Your legend, in short. But now, as I polish the final verses, I find myself hesitating. I have no desire to sing of nonsense. In order to avoid creating a legend of falsehood, I thought it best to obtain information from the source. So tell me, my dear sovereign, how would you describe the kind of reign you aspire to? What legacy would you wish to leave behind? Mercy, an open heart protecting the weakest. Derision, for nothing in this world is truly serious. Reason, cold balance and an unfailing measure. Discipline, an order of steel that bows to nothing. Wow, okay. Oh, these may change my reputation. Mercy, an open heart, protecting the weakest. Mercy. Yes, quite. That aligns perfectly with my initial vision. My hesitation was but a comma in an ocean of certainties. She smooths the folds of her tunic and draws herself up slightly. Thus, allow me to present the first draft of your epic, Your Grace, written in the Angalore vernacular. Between the moor a little low in volume. It's the first voiced thing. I could sing at you. There stands the tower. Wind wails through the empty halls. They're not empty. You're here. Ivy climbs its crumbling walls. No, there's no ivy. And yet one fire's still alight in a turret burning bright. Far below, a knight is riding through the snow up to the tower. They say our sovereign shall restore this land to glory days of yore. What Nimrod built will shine anew. White stone upon a sky of blue. Nimrod was a mighty hunter, by the way. There. There stands the tower. Proud and fair. There stands the tower. She's still singing, guys. As good and just as Candid's reign, our ruler shall be kind again. Let every bard and harper sing. Beloved is a peaceful king. There, look there. There stands the tower. Proud and fair, there stands the tower. Oh, the Sovereign Tower. The name of the game, Sovereign Tower. I laughed, I cried. What a voice, as if it fell straight from the celestial peaks. My deepest thanks, Lady Hildy. Now there's a ballad that restores the lyrical heritage of our lands to its former glory. Think nothing of it. I should be the one thanking you. In fact, I'll give you 2 free passes for my next recital. Thank you, Lady Hildy. Goodbye, Your Grace. Roland. Your Grace, pirates! Pirates attacking Grest? Aye, they've not given us trouble before, but it seems their charming little village was just along their scenic route. We're holding out, but we can't keep this up alone. My best knights are yours. It'll take 2. Thanks, Your Grace. We'll hang on till your knights get there. Our knights should make haste, Your Grace. Otherwise, I fear we'll find Grest in ruins. Daisy? My respects. Very illustrious sovereign. I'm here and I brought my goat, Majestina. The beast, planted firmly behind your visitor, sizes you up as if calculating the best way to humiliate you in public. Well, it is a goat. So basically, if there's any, hullabaloo in Milford, we'll be the ones to come see you. You notice Majestina solemnly beginning to nibble at the hem of Daisy's dress. Of course, anything else? Right, I also wanted to let you know that a barn collapsed in Milford. Some animals got squashed. I'll spare you the juicy details, and juicy they were. But a little bit of coin for rebuilding wouldn't go amiss. Sorry for your loss. Take this money. All right, we could afford the 30 gold. We're getting close to the 14 objective we want to get in the next 2 days. A little further away from the gold. We still have not allied a county yet, though. Much obliged. Majestina's thrilled to hear it, too. Majestina's eyes remain fixed on yours. Her pupils, like tiny black knives, stare at you murderously. Deep inside, you feel her unspoken message. I'll be back. Elioth. It has stopped raining in Clovermont since the beginning of the week. The flood keeps getting worse day by day. Even saw sheep swimming with toads today, and they ended up smashed by the current. My knights will use their magic to stop the flood. Magic? I've got... That's not great. Thanks. Sure, Elioth. What could possibly go wrong? Back to the map room. It's heartening to see your story already inspiring the greatest artist, isn't it? After all, the people of Briz have waited a long time for your extension is a breath of hope that I'm sure will only grow with time. I don't know if I'm comfortable with all of these expectations. Cast aside your doubts, Your Grace. I firmly believe the people have waited so long to be guided will know how to forgive any potential missteps. We've known a century without a crown, after all. I myself grew up with tales of the old monarchs, but I never knew them beyond the pages of books. Your rival's the only horizon my generation has patiently hoped for, in the shadow of the sleeping tower. What would you have done if I hadn't arrived? To my great dismay, I was the favorite for royal selection, but as is plainly obvious, the doors of the tower remained closed to me. Lack of a crown, I suppose, would have ended up as the Count of Briz. Even though local nobles were doing their best to organize themselves, the pressure to find a regent figure continued to grow, until it became stifling. From the outside, it would have looked as if we were holding our own, but to me, it felt like suffocating under the weight of the whole world. His voice trails off into a long sigh. Okay, glad we had this whole talk. Right, nothing specific there. Let's see. Inventory, right? We've got no changes. The forge. I'm not going to be spending a bunch of money. The kitchen. Let's send a meal along to him. Something. Croque Monsieur. The galette saucisse. He liked it. What a tasty idea, Your Grace. I'll get cooking straight away. Let's see. Crypt, kitchen, inventory, forge, intendancy, the gallery. It is time for the round table. With the Knights of the Round Table, we dance whenever we're able. Princely negotiations. Let's see. We've got 2-day deadline for that one. 1-day deadline for the pirate's threat. 2 days for flooding in Clovermont. Well, the 1 day has got to be taken care of immediately. And then 2 are going to have to go off for one of the 2 days. Charisma and wit. Strength. Let's check our knights here. Strength, agi, and wit. He's got strength and wit and a little bit of agi. Alright, he's off to deal with the pirates. Oh, we need 2. Got a lot of strength. She's got a lot of agi. We're going to assign her. Alright. That's 1. Strength and magic. She doesn't have much in the way of strength. And he's got a lot of strength. Assign. And assign. And now the pirates. Oh, What did we do? That's the deadline. Oh, that requires 2. Okay. And that requires 2. So we have the 1 day and one of the 2 days. We have 1. Charisma and wit. Probably going to be back to ask the nobles for that. Just going to browse. Anything else? I think that's the only one we have that can only be done by 1. So, he is assigned. Finish. An armor can be repaired in the forge. Yeah, I'm aware of it. Only 1 armor in the forge? Okay, I should have repaired 1 then. Dragon Knight appears tomorrow to finish us, or not. The pirate's threat. Uh-oh. Oh, oh, okay. Success. Ooh. She died. He almost died. So, about that demon power, suffer your first casualty. Yeah, I guess. Guess I wish I'd increased one of those two's armors, huh? Plus 2 people and 80 gold. Success, success. We got a wit potion and a scholar. He leveled up. The Intendancy. Do you have a cup of tea? Little bird has shared a most interesting anecdote. Tarkus is a killer. Yeah, that is not surprising. Crypts, kitchen. We've got everything except the allied county up. A hooded peasant. Greetings, dear sovereign. The weary voice of the man before you is the only thing that betrays seemingly normal identity. I am coming to you with a particular problem. It has been gnawing at me for days. I can't find sleep anymore. How should I put this? Please, keep your distance from our grace. The problem is that there's an imposter on our throne. You. Wow. Chains. You were saying the preventative blessing against royal assassinations, your grace, and it's just saved you from a most violent death. Indeed, it is highly effective. Few are aware of its existence. This won't stop me from... Who sent you? Go to hell. I'm not sure we'll get anything out of it. Whatever his intentions may be, I intend to make this world a better place. Let's set him free. No, your sentence will be reduced if you cooperate. Your guards escort the young man to the cells for a sentence that is anything but reduced. I suppose we should thank him for that thrilling spectacle. Let's resume today's audiences, Your Grace. Your Grace. With bowed shoulders and lifeless eyes, his voice is only carried by a frail tremor. My sister Angelica, is it true? Is she? Yes, Elioth. She has left us, I'm sorry. No. Her loss is gut-wrenching grief, a weight I shall carry forever. His too short night can be heard in his hoarse words. Well, yeah, his daughter died. But let us strive to remember that she passed in the line of duty. She was a knight beyond reproach, and her name shall remain etched in steel. She will be honored. I don't understand the meaning of all this. Why offer oneself up for this, for your throne, only to end up dying in the shadows? She had her whole life ahead of her. Yeah. So, fucked up. She died. Your Grace, we have a rather embarrassing problem with giant cockroaches. You mean a problem with giant cockroaches? No, sheep, no need to shout. Giant cockroaches, Your Grace, rose infrequently affected by epidemics of this kind. Their impressive size is the result of a number of illegal magical activities in the region. Please help. I'll send a knight to miniaturize them. That sounds good. Thanks. Never liked sugar. It's thin and a pain to transport. It dilutes. But these two guys who have fun every weekend baking supposedly best cake in the whole land. As a result, these petty noblemen are doing the same thing. Now my stocks are empty. That's clever. Work with the farmers and scholars an alternative source for sugar. Requires 9 scholars and 9 people. No. The 2 pastry chefs are to be arrested. That will give me 1 with the merchants. No sugar, then no sugar. That'll give me 1 with the nobles. And you'll arrest these petty noblemen who do the same, perhaps? Your Grace, some missives have been delivered to you. They were carried by a chicken and carefully wrapped in what appears to be noble public latrine sheets. Well, snack time now. We'll go to the map room. Your Grace. I won't deny my concern regarding recent events and assassination attempts so early in your reign. It's utterly beyond reason. Finding out more about this man's motivations or origins would probably have eased my concerns, but alas, he remains perfectly silent in his cell. But I suppose I should be less surprised. This sort of thing happens in every reign. Am I nothing but a tool of dark power in people's eyes? I'm afraid that any soul that sits upon the throne inevitably invites the wrath of those who reject the authority of another. But let's be optimistic. I'm convinced that with time, you will prove yourself worthy of your reign and dispel any misplaced grudges against you. Perhaps you'll even prove there's a certain advantage to leaving you alive. Thanks, I guess. The gallery. Talk. Oh, my dear sovereign, thank goodness you are unharmed. I was horrified to learn of the attempt on your life, having been alerted by the very moment the tower defense systems activated. This man, whom you rightfully cast in the tower's cells, should I curse his knights, my sovereign? You are only allowed to haunt my nights. It is duly noted, my sweet sovereign. I'm hitting on a statue. Desperate times. I must admit, I'm surprised to see that this ancient magic has lost none of its splendor. The protective blessing has survived the ravages of time, alas. I fear it is nothing but a fragile shield. Should any army ever lay siege to the tower to strike at you, its magical rampart would prove a meager defense indeed. Let us hope you never have to face such a dire fate, my dear sovereign. We have no new room available. Alright, crypts, kitchen. Perhaps cooking something will make him feel better. Let's see. We'll buy him a lion's taco. The kitchen, the inventory, the forge. We're definitely going to need to repair his armor. I see, it just becomes more expensive. Well, we can't realistically afford it. Done the audiences, roundtable time. Alright, so we have 1-day deadline on that one. Do we have any other deadlines? No. Alright, so what is up with him? What is it that he wants? Well, we'll assign him because he's got a lot of wit. And we'll sign him because he's got a lot of charisma. So we have 2 left. Cockroach Invasion, Magic and Strength. And Song of the Dryads. Woods Investigation is just wit. What is he? Why has he got a thing? I'll see if I can figure out in a minute. Woods Investigation, Barrel of Salted Cod. So he's got... Why can't I choose? Why won't they let me choose? I don't understand. Oh, they're out. Both of those 2 are out. Okay, got it. Well, we need that one done, so that's going to do it. Dragon Knight comes tomorrow. Today. Oh, we failed. Oh, we got another dead one. Oh my God. Government. Clermont. Clovermont was engulfed by floodwaters. That did not go well. Location destroyed Clovermont. Unexpected outcome. The rebels have been driven back from Fort Gavolt. Didn't see that coming. Witness an unexpected outcome, yeah. The rebels have been driven back. Seems the negotiations led by Tarkus, which were meant to bring about a peaceful resolution, ultimately resulted in the death of the young princess. What a shock. They both leveled up. He's a killer. Oh. That did not go great. Crypts. Now, I could rewind time, but I want to see what happens when the night comes. The big night comes. See if we survive. He liked that. That's the kitchen, the forge. We've got enough gold, we can afford that. Intendancy, here a rumor. Tarkus, he's unpleasant. Yes, he is an unpleasant killer. We kind of figured that much out. No rumors. No rumors. No, the DeLorean is not required to rewind time here. I just have to deal with the devil. What am I missing? Government. Requests. Repair. Acquaint. 150 gold. We can't do that yet. Because if we do that, we maybe don't survive tomorrow. Because we have to have 300 gold. Audiences. Seems the Grand Dragon Knight is looking to pick a fight with you, Your Grace. That man is a fearsome warrior, practically a living legend. You won't defeat him in equal combat. What's on your mind? That knight. He's the nanny of some sniveling brat. Pathetic, helpless, probably still needing someone to change his diapers. A fine bit of irony, considering that little weakling is supposed to inherit the regency of Dracovic. Here's my idea. Capturing this runt will be child's play. And once the brat is caged, the panicked Dragon Knight will be nothing more than an old rooster fit for a stew pot. One other to aid me in this plan and secure the advantage for our side. Thank you for listening, Your Grace. And here he comes. Lo, this is the moment. The hour hath arrived, false sovereign. Verily I shall await thee on the morrow for first light, where the sun doth ascend upon the loftiest tower of Dracovic. So be it. Be ye therefore boldly prepared, and dispose thy person in all due reverence. A daring duo shall be sufficient to defeat you. Thou art bold, but exceedingly naive if you think that sufficient to break me. I look forward to eradicating that smug smile from thy visage. On the morrow, then. My daughter, this is not what I wanted. I'm sorry it ended this way. Enough. That won't bring her back. Although it pains me, you have fulfilled your part of the bargain. I am not one to revoke my promises. The people of Gvalt are now silent. From today, you may consider our county as your ally. There we go, and thus the revolution came to an end. My daughter, I'll carry the ache of her absence forever. This is the second time I've endured the loss of a child. Don't worry, Major D? No, my aide-de-camp? Yeah, I killed his daughter too, so you got company. Brutal repression. Find a radical solution to end the Gvalt revolution. It was not what I had intended. Your Grace. My name is Rupin. I'm a modest merchant of curiosities in Brimwood, and humble treasurer of our little local fraternity. Local fraternity? Are you referring to the Brimwoods Guild? That's correct. I'll get straight to the point. The poor man you recently encountered that lost sheep, who had the audacity to take a shot at you, is not unknown to us. Excuse me? Rest assured, this individual acted on his own initiative, and his actions have been unanimously disavowed by our members. The Brimwood Guild, keen to preserve our relations, has therefore tasked me with conveying our deepest apologies and assuring you that it has been promptly removed from our ranks. We hope this resolution appeases the sovereign. Well then, what a peculiar situation. This man's reputation is not unknown to me. He is said to be the eyes and ears of Britannia's criminal underworld, as well as a sharp connoisseur who would take an interest in equipment deemed obsolete by most. Although I'm not particularly keen on the idea, having his services would be definitely an advantage. Let us say the kingdom's resources could well use this kind of boost. Some information piqued my interest. Good morning, Your Grace. Did you sleep well? It sure is getting cooler now. Yes, and you? Pretty good. We're not too badly off here after all. We have a royally acceptable dormitory. Couldn't be happier. Until we opened the cells this morning. Can I put this? The prisoner you had locked up for the little murder attempt? Well, he was no longer there, Your Grace. Oh, wonderful. Anything else? No, that's all, Your Grace. Inner self. Arlen. I'm going to have to go. I have people to imprison and whatnot. Hello, Your Grace. She looks like she'll be a knight. I am the sister of Sir Goberto of Neoned, Your Grace. Her voice catches on a sob. We did indeed learn of his tragic death last night. He was a pleasant and diligent knight. He talks as if he had to jump from rock to cross the stream. You'll honor his memory, won't you? He was one of Almor's greatest warriors. Yes, of course we shall. Celebrate him with all the dignity his talent demanded? He seems to be crossing that same torrent with his tiptoes, with burning stones to boot. Isn't that right, Your Grace? He will be deeply missed. The young girl disappears in a flood of tears. Ursula? Welcome back. Hadn't been you reported dead? No, it was nothing more than a scratch, Your Grace. But now that you mention it, that quest was deadly boring. Fine. Wasn't exactly planning on bringing it up, but I can't keep giving the poor gravediggers a heart attack each time this happens. Let's just say I can't really die. That's it. Nothing special. Knight will return later. Knight will join the round table. Welcome back, I suppose. Yeah, gonna take a nap. She's doing well. Discover Ursula's ability. Alright, we're gonna hurry through this. Let's see, we'll go to the Forge. Talk. Following your alliance with Gavolt, they've shared some knowledge and expertise with us. I couldn't wait to make this little treasure if you're interested. It's a real technological gem, to be honest. Your eyelids grow heavy. And then the whole thing cooled to an ambient temperature. I'm getting sidetracked, but look at this. It's worth it. Did we get something new? We do have 80 that we can spend freely. Mirror Axe, an original weapon that can be used to dazzle enemies in combat. Provide the ideal lighting during negotiations. Actually, we need to repair. Use it 7 to 7. No, we can't do any more repairs, I don't think. 80, no. Too expensive. We got to keep above 300. Intendency. Talk. Did not expect Eternal. I suppose you can't change Gavolt's nature, though. It wasn't Gavolt's first attempt at insurrection, was it? That's the least one could say. The fall of their former tyrant owes everything to the alliance of their two peoples, but any resemblance to recent events remains fragile. For here, the leader of this revolt met her death without our people ever seeing their wishes resolved, and I find this outcome regrettable. The silence shall only breed further contempt. And yet that's not the only story that'll be written in history, Grace. Your Grace. Leave that fine. Map room. Got something. The reseller. Send invitation. 30 gold. I don't remember how much gold we've got. We certainly can't afford that. Oh, we can. We can send invitation. They'll come visit during the next cycle. Okay, good. We're 5 gold over where we need to be. All right, round table. There's one thing the Dragon Knight has got to be: strength, agility, and wit. Well, we've got 2. Only 2 who are around. Wait, what? Well, he's locked in place already, I guess. She is locked in place? That's that. Gotta be them. A knight has no quest. Which knight has no... Oh, it's him. Okay. Well, he has to be in, I guess, so... The charisma isn't helping him. He's not great. How about her? The wit is the most important, so yeah, she's going. And we have a quest for 1. He's looking for charisma. Something that requires charisma. And mostly charisma. A little wit. Sure, he's assigned for that. Go. The Dragon Knight. Here we go. The Dragon Knight. I did have all 4 of the things you want to get to improve your odds completed. Your fate will be determined here and now. Baha! Piece of cake! Ursula. ... I like Ursula. Boring! Well, first him. He failed. And took some damage. Okay. The Dragon Knight. Up, 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 up. Great success. After taking the Dragon Knight's terrified grandson, Sir Tarkus killed the knight with a blow to the back while he was disoriented, a horrifying sight. Tarkus is kind of a dick. Follow-up audience. They both leveled up. Hello, Your Grace. Who are you? Ah, you don't know me? I am Aaron, Your Grace, the grandson of the Dragon Knight. The one you abducted. In order to lure him into a trap and assassinate him. What do you want? He seems on the verge of tears. You killed my grandfather, so I'm the new Dragon Knight and I will take over the county. Me. So we're allies now, right? Congratulations. How to deal with dragons. I have rallied Drakovich. Wonderful. ... Farewell. Sorry, got a little something caught in my demonic throat. Forgive me. I seem to have a frog in my throat. Well then, Your Grace, are you truly satisfied with the little decisions you have made so far? Admit it, some of them could have gone far better, don't you think? Alas, there's only one way to be certain. But decide quickly, Your Grace, from this moment on, my powers no longer allow you to revisit the first sequence of events. It's now or never. Demon power. That's the thing sorted. Reach Act 2. I'll save. And call it an evening. Interesting game. Weird. Interesting game. I would like to thank all of you guys for hanging out. As always, I'm very appreciative. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. It is an odd game. Looks interesting for a... Yeah, it is a weird, interesting game for a weird, interesting gamer. Hey, you know, words can hurt, especially when they're accurate words. You know, the ones that hit their target, like heat seekers. Am I bleeding? As I said, back tomorrow. Not sure what I'll be playing. Probably not this, although I think I'll continue to play it offline. Saturday. One thing I do know, we do have more games added to the list of things that are coming up that I am interested in. Allow me, give me a moment here to pull up my list, because it's an actual list on a piece of paper. Let's see. August 27th, we have Star Wars Zero Company, which is Star Wars meets XCOM. That's I would say, a likely game, but not a sure thing. On September 15th, we have the release, 1.0 release of RuneScape Dragon Wilds, which I own, so that's a very likely play. On September 22nd, a definite play, we have the console release for Dune Awakening, but also the solo tunable local game version, and that's a definite I'll be playing. On October 9th, I saw a trailer or the video for describing a game called Permafrost, which is a cold-based survival crafting game. Looked interesting. That's a maybe. October 1st, almost definite, the new expansion for Last Epoch. And then October 15th is the 1.0 release for Shrouded. So those are the various possible and likely candidates that are awaiting in the next, let's call it, 2.5 months. But I'm going to call it here for the evening. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Friday night or possibly Saturday morning goes great. And more importantly, even than that, is that you have a kick-ass weekend, because you deserve a kick-ass weekend. As always, I will expect a complete report on your ass-kicking activities on the weekend on my desk first thing Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Take care, and ciao for now.